So roughly 43 million Americans have federal student loan debt, and now borrowers will attempt to squeeze another monthly bill into their budget in the midst of inflation and likely spend less on retail or vacation items. An added challenge, there's some confusion and uncertainty as people try to transition back into that repayment process.
I was actually the first one in my family to graduate from college. It was probably close to $100,000 by the time I graduated.
Is it worth it?
Yes and no.
What they always tell law students is you're investing in yourself, right? So even though it's a much higher tuition, I figured, it would be worth it long term. But at this moment, it's looming. It's not what I expected it would be. Yeah.
Fair that you have to put in $118,000 to be able to do that?
No, I do not.
Two men with intense work ethic, a dream for the potential for higher salaries, and now a mountain of debt. Both have taken a different approach to paying it off during the pause. Preston Snodgrass has been paying down his loans for 8 years now, and he didn't stop when the pandemic paused payments.
Now I'm down to like $45,000.
While Reese Kaiser, a law school graduate, took the break to get his finances in order after graduating in 2020.
I haven't crunched the numbers exactly, so I don't know how drastic it's going to affect it, of course.
He's not alone. Janet Hara, an economist at NKU, said roughly half of borrowers don't know their payment amounts come October 1st. There are a few reasons for this. Loan companies have changed hands or were bought and sold during the pandemic.
So the government has set up a website for you to go and find out, confirm who is your loan provider.
And if you were set up for automatic payments pre-pandemic, those will not automatically resume. You have to set it up again.
We have 3 kids. We have a 2-year-old and we just had twin girls in March.
Preston has a family to take care of in the midst of paying down his loans, while Reese is still spending money to study and prepare to pass the bar. Many people are in similar situations, and they'll be spending less on things they don't need. But this may not affect the economy as much as we think.
If you got a 4-year degree at a public institution, your average student loan is probably about $30,000. So that's going to cost you about $272 a month in a payment. Yeah. The average new car loan is over $700 a month, and the average used car loan is over $500 a month. It will affect it, but it's going to be at the margins. It's not going to tank the economy.
Reese and Preston have options. They can be proactive and go online, see what payment plan is going to work best for them to repay their loans. And the Education Department has previously said 4 million borrowers are enrolled in the new SAVE plan. Intended to lower monthly payments, it promises to cut payments to $0 for those making $15 an hour and to save other people at least $1,000 a year. But Republican lawmakers are advancing legislation to overturn this. So for people like Preston and Reese, who were previously disappointed with President Biden's failed attempt at his loan forgiveness program, they aren't relying on the protection of the government.
It's, a bet on myself kind of thing, where hopefully, it'll all work out and long term.
It's a bummer. That's what he ran on, kind of, to get the younger vote, and to not be able to make that happen is frustrating. But I mean, you really don't have a choice. You got to pay it.
Local 12 has more consumer stories just like this. Don't forget to click the links and press subscribe.